Time sure flies when you're having fun. Whew, Paimon's exhausted. Guess it's about time to head back and get some rest.
Morning, Traveler. Morning, Paimon. Thought I'd come over and say hi, puffer, floaters, and all.
Morning, Mualani. How are you so full of energy? Weren't you the one partying the hardest last night?
That was last night. I got a good night's sleep, and now I'm good as new. Here, take this. It's your prize for completing the album. I picked yours up, too, to save you the trip.
Wow! Thanks, Mualani. That was so nice.
When it comes to helping people, a good guide always thinks one step ahead, right? Oh, and speaking of work, I guess our vacation's almost over, huh? Probably for the best. If I don't head back soon, I'm worried my little doggy won't even remember me. And after talking to the others, it seems like everyone is just about ready to get back. Some are missing their families. Others are going through dandelion wine withdrawal, I guess. Even Chaska seems to be feeling it. Not that she'd ever admit it, but I have noticed her gazing back towards the Flower Feather clan at night. But summer's not over yet, so I say, we squeeze a few more unforgettable moments into the time we've got left. Like another group photo.
Hey, how about taking one right here? After all this time, Paimon's grown kind of attached to this place.
Great idea! Why don't you spruce up this wall, and I'll go gather the others. See you over at the plaza!
Amazing!
Guys, over here! We're gonna take a picture together! Oh, not bad, not bad. You're all looking full of energy this morning. Not a trace of bedhead or dark circles in sight.
Oh, you even look out for stuff like that?
Well, what kind of guide would I be if I didn't pay attention to the details?
Yeah, and what kind of bard would I be if I didn't appreciate a good drink?
What's that got to do with anything?
Somehow, though, I know exactly what he means.
Do you really think that? Or are you just playing along to keep tone-deaf Bard happy, too?
I see no harm in a bit of nonsense.
Here, put on this Asha headband. It's a souvenir from the rest of us.
It really suits you.
Alrighty then. 3, 2, 1...
Paimon?
Sorry. All that nonsense has got Paimon's head muddled. Her mind's gone completely blank.
Don't want it all to end, huh? Are you worried once you say those words, the vacation will officially be over?
How the... Paimon thought peacemakers couldn't read people's minds.
Oh, Paimon.
Don't worry, Paimon. Summer's sure to come again. Just like you said when you made that wish to the Pyro Archon. Even though we'll all be going our separate ways, as long as we cherish each other's friendship, I just know that our paths will cross again.
Bennett's becoming quite the talker, huh, Professor Venti?
Well, I wouldn't dare take credit for something like that.
Your tone would suggest otherwise. Come on! Paimon was just starting to feel inspired!
Why don't we just give it another try?
Yeah, let's do it all together this time.
Huh. What should we shout?
Sounds good!
3, 2, 1...
Lucky Star!
So, what are your plans for the future, Bennett?
If you're having trouble deciding, you can always park it in the People of the Springs for a bit. Or however long you want, really.
Thanks for the kind offer, Moalani. I actually went to see the Pyro Archon to tell her how grateful I am for everything she's done for me. She told me that the domain we entered was an abyssal simulation of the Mare Jivari. It was extremely unstable, and now it's completely gone. Later, when we got on to talking about my future, she said I was more than welcome to stay here in Natlan, but also that she would respect my decision, whatever it turned out to be. And after thinking it over, long and hard, I've decided to return to Mondstadt.
You miss your dads, don't you?
That's definitely part of it. I promised to tell them everything that happened on this adventure, and I can't go back on my word. But also, when I said goodbye to my mom and dad, I promised them I'd become the most legendary adventurer in all of Teyvat someday. And no adventurer should stay in one place for too long.
Bennett.
What if your luck starts going downhill again the moment you leave Natlan?
It's fine. The warmth and kindness I've experienced on this adventure is enough to get me through all the challenges that lie ahead. As I attempt to shape my own fate, I want to take that same kindness and pass it forward. That's something I've always believed in. Hear, hear! To our leader!
To our leader, Bennett!
Cheers!
Oh, this is gonna be another all-nighter, isn't it?
The fun never stops! Who's up to perform next?
Bennett's almost fallen asleep several times now.
No. I can still keep going.
Go get some rest now, guys. And seeing as you've still got the energy, I'll leave the cleanup to you, Mualani.
Huh? Why me?
Traveler, perhaps you could join me for a walk? I know a great spot.
You might be tone-deaf, but you sure know how to sniff out a good view.
Glad you like it. Some stories aren't meant for the birds. Only for the stars high in the sky. More
like a story that begins with time itself. Long, long ago, time began to write the story of this world. To her, all living beings were equal, both in their value and in significance. Like an ancient scroll, she engraved upon her memory all people, all events, all encounters, and all farewells. Back then, as an animal spirit, I had a chance encounter with time at the Thousand Winds Temple. Hearing my wishes, she entrusted me with fragments of her power and authority. Sounds like you've heard the story of time in the wind before. Charming, isn't it? Through the memories engraved in rituals, poems, ruins, and ancient texts, the same beings she considered so insignificant have met her, time and time again.
So, this is the story you wanted to share?
More like the prologue. The corruption of the Mare Jivari is tied to time itself. To put it another way, it is a calamity present in every moment that will ever be. Unlike time herself, I have always cherished many wishes in my heart. 500 years ago, to prevent the corruption of the Mare Jivari from spreading beyond Tenochtzitoc, I blew it off the timeline, turning it into the Windless Land. Oops, seems like I may have confused you. If you're asking about how the Mare Jivari disappeared from Tenochtzitoc 2 or 3 decades ago, there may be someone else better suited to tell that story. The Mare Jivari has been the bearer of too many stories that weren't meant to be its own. I merely played a part in one of its chapters. And the choice I made 500 years ago came with a price. Some souls were unable to return to Mondstadt as a result, while others stayed to settle in this land, merging with the Monitu to become the Asha we see today.
So the reason you're here in Tenochtzitoc is because...
Correct. I'm here to collaborate with the current Pyro Archon, Mavuika. Correct again. The flame was our signal. Only by having Mavuika open a rift between that space and the true Mare Jivari could I sneak in and bring back all the souls who wish to return. As for my little trick of bringing back memories as well, it's not the first time I've pulled that off. Mavuika also mentioned that you were planning to introduce us. Looks like I beat you to it, huh? I was glad to discover that she shares my love for fine wine and freedom. We got along great. Well, it really took it out of me for a few days. In fact, I still feel pretty dead on my feet even now.
Oh, really?
But thinking of all the Afa mead and dandelion wine still left to drink, I suppose I can hang in there a little longer.
You don't look that tired to Paimon. So, don't think you can just pull out that little excuse and we'll suddenly foot all your bills.
Oh, how you wound me, Paimon. You'll hook me up with some good liquor, won't you, traveler? I suppose to protect Mondstadt, and that everyone who wishes to stay there has the freedom to choose their own path.
So, how about it? Now that you're all done, we can finally have a proper drink together, huh?
You make it sound like I was holding out on you. But if you and I had a real drinking bout, I don't think these poor little aphids could handle it. They'd have to flit to and fro, making mead till their wings gave way.
Spoken like a true bard. That impromptu toast you gave just now was spot on, too. For happiness and freedom. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly what we all need right now. You must have been to your fair share of banquets in Mondstadt, huh?
Of course! They don't call it the City of Wine and Song for nothing. Besides, without being able to come up with a decent toast, how else might a humble bard earn themselves a regular supply of free dandelion wine?
Well, when you're free, you're always welcome at our tribal banquets. They'll be fighting over who gets to host you, I guarantee it. Just so you know, they can get pretty rowdy. Banging, stomping, belting out off-key drinking songs, stuff like that. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Of course not. That sounds like great fun. If only our two nations could throw a joint banquet someday.
Oh, great idea. I'll make sure to load up a few extra barrels of Aethamid for the occasion. As it happens, the Collective of Plenty recently launched a new drink called a Canepa Cano. I'll make sure to bring some for you and your friends to try out too.
Yeah. Hey, there's a purple blonde. Wow, his clothes really stick out. Wanna go over and take a closer look?
A crisis emerges, yet the tribal leaders bicker endlessly.
Hi there! What are you doing here?
Let Tenochtitocin bring his talking stick over and let it mediate the discussion.
Wait, to know who?
Tenochtitocin belongs no longer to any tribe yet. His fury still burns unquenched. When he set foot on the path of fate, the first to come forward and receive him was the great runner Wanjiru.
Wanjiru? What are you talking about?
Wanjiru! This was a moment that left no trace in the annals of history. At the very instant those two met, Wanjiru bolted without so much as a backward glance, as if startled by some unseen force.
What's going on? Who's he talking to?
Tenochtitocin suspicions surged as he glanced around, and he spotted a snaggle-toothed child lurking by the side of the road. The child had been the one to scare off poor Wanjiru.
Snaggletooth child? Hey, Paimon will have you know, her teeth are in perfect condition.
The insolent child provoked Wanjiru and even went so far as to bare her teeth, an act of utmost sacrilege. Tenochtitocin was filled with rage.
Oh! I'm sorry if she disturbed you. Please don't be filled with rage.
With but a single word, the valorous veteran frightened the churlish child nearly to tears. Yet every warrior knows this truth. To forgive the enemy with flowers is to loose an arrow into one's own heart. And so the last survivor of Tenochtitoc raised his club, brandished it at the rocks and prickly pears, and declared, "Let my stick talk bloody sense into this brat." Wanjiru! Their feeble repentance came far too late. They would be made to pay for their recklessness.
Whoa! Why is he attacking us? I should watch out!
Emerge, right here.
Hey, stop fighting!
Who are you?
I'm terribly sorry. I'm Poochly, the entertainment supervisor at the resort. But that can wait. No one's hurt, are they?
And quite right, too. He deserves it for attacking us out of nowhere like that.
Ugh. Tenochtitocin was wounded in both body and heart. The joyous battle had been halted, leaving him unfulfilled. Like a brief storm, a faint thunderclap, half a hiss of flames, a thin pall of smoke. The last survivor of Tenochtitoc swung his stone club with fury, rending heaven and shattering earth, the volcano in his heart about to erupt.
Did he hit himself on the head with his own club or something? If anyone's going to erupt here, it should be us.
It's a very long story. I need to take him back to his hut to rest. I'll explain everything later. The hut's not far from here. We can meet back up there.
He's gone all quiet. What's up with him?
I'm sorry for the inconvenience, dear guests. His name is Papar, and he's one of our on-site actors.
On-site actors?
They're quite common in theme parks nowadays, members of staff who roleplay as characters and interact with the visitors.
Huh? So you're saying this guy was just acting?
Yes, but also no. Please allow me to explain. We've stationed actors around the themed resort to enhance the immersive experience for our guests. These actors are in character as members of the tribe that once lived here, the Tenochtzitoc. There was once a great hero from this tribe, known to all of Natlan, who was named Tenoch.
Tenoch! So this was his home? Then Tenochtitlan is...
Tenochtitlan was a respectful title given to Tenoch. It means the honored heart of Tenochtitocc. The idea was for Papar to perform in encounters with other heroes, and even to allow guests to test their own martial prowess. Lately, though, something's gotten into him. He's been acting erratically, and nobody can get through to him. You've seen it yourselves. It's like he's reciting a script.
What script? It's more like he's writing himself into every scene.
In any case, please accept my sincerest apologies for this mess. We'll have to suspend this attraction until the matter is resolved. Please come back with me, dear guests. We'll make sure to properly compensate you for the trouble we caused.
Yeah! If he runs into some other tourists, they might not get off so easily.
You're right, but please don't worry. I'll make sure to take care of everything.
A tragedy most heartbreaking. The lonesome Tenochtitlan had yet to fulfill his duty, but now he was beset by baffling cacophonous interlopers. He could no longer bear witness to such a ridiculous sight, so he pushed aside the three fools who blocked his way and continued onwards, stone club across his shoulder, to traverse the treacherous unknowns ahead.
You don't even have a stone club! Wait, he's getting away!
Not if I can help it.
Whoa! A sneak attack!
Sorry, Papar, but it's time for you to take a nap. I promise we'll find a way to get you better.
Have you asked a doctor to check him out? Maybe he's just gone a little... loopy?
Of course I looked for him. I've chased him from Easy Breeze Market to Wavy Bay.
He sure seems dangerous. Oh, right! He was blabbing about Wanjiru just now. Do you think this might have something to do with the story of the 6 heroes of Natlan?
Surely that was just another memorized line, right?
Wanjiru! This was a moment that left no trace in the annals of history. At the very instant those two met, Wanjiru bolted without so much as a backward glance, as if startled by some unseen force.
Yeah, it's like there was an invisible actor there, or something. And he said Paimon scared them off.
Invisible? Well, I have heard some rumors about hidden spirits lurking around these parts. Maybe Papar's got himself mixed up in something dangerous. I should find a shaman to help.
Isn't that perfect? There should be plenty of tourists from the Masters of the Nightwind at the resort.
As it happens, a young shaman did check into the resort this morning, but it doesn't feel right to bother guests with this sort of thing. In any case, I'll investigate the rumors regarding the hidden spirits first, before deciding what to do.
Since you've got no other leads, why not let us help out? You go dig around for those rumors and we'll help you look for the shaman!
That's much too kind of you. I wouldn't know how to make it up to 2 guests if they were to spend their vacation on something like this.
Exactly! If we wait around, things might get worse. And we've got lots of friends at the resort. It'd be bad if they ran into that Tenochtitlan guy. we'd be more than happy to help. Point us in the direction of the shaman and we'll bring him over in a jiffy.
Okay then, you have my sincerest gratitude. The shaman arrived this morning, and I'm told he's an up-and-coming hotshot in the Masters of the Nightwind. I'm guessing he's probably wandering around the hill in the northernmost part of Wavy Bay.
Then that's where we're headed. We'll be right back.
It was just a sedative, Papar. You're alright, don't worry.
Hello, you two? Is something the matter? Huh? The great hero I-King and Paimon. How fortunate I am to cross paths with you here.
You look familiar. Have we met before?
Have you forgotten? I'm Layla the Spirit Duffer. You, Master Uran, and the great shaman Seat Lolly once saved my life.
Oh, it's you. We're looking healthy, Layla. Paimon almost didn't recognize you with your hat on. But, did you say Master Uran?
Yes, I did. I'm currently studying the mystic arts under Master Uran's tutelage. Well, it's something of a one-sided teaching relationship.
So he doesn't even know he's your teacher. What kind of a student are you then?
As someone who used to be a spirit duffer, if Seat Lolly hadn't saved me and Uran hadn't taught me, there's no way I could have ever become a shaman. If a teacher is like a gardener, I'd gladly be one of their carrots and let them water me with knowledge.
I-King, do you really think we can rely on this guy?
Come again? I couldn't hear that very well.
Oh, Paimon was just saying how nice it is to run into an old friend.
Master often calls me friend as well, but I won't have it. Master is Master, and Master's Granny is Master Granny. That's just how things are. As for you, most venerable, I-King, I know that you were friends with the great shaman Seat Lolly, which makes you my Master Gramps too. I'm afraid it would be discourteous of me to address you simply as friend.
Sounds to Paimon like you picked up a lot more than just mystic arts from Uran. Yeah! We're actually here to ask for your help, Layla!
Help? From me. Rest assured, good masters, whatever task you entrust to me, I shall fulfill it to the best of my abilities. I see. So you think he's being possessed? The Easy Breeze Holiday Resort is indeed a location with vibrant spiritual energies. I could sense that as soon as I arrived. So it wouldn't be amiss to assume that some invisible entity could have been involved. Can you take me to that spot with the swing you mentioned earlier? I'd like to confirm a few things.
Sure thing, Layla! We'll show you the way! This is the spot!
Just as I thought. It truly was held back by epical dominance.
Pika, what now?
It's a botanical phenomenon. The stems of some vegetables grow incredibly quickly and absorb a large amount of nutrients, impeding the growth of lateral buds and leaves. If you want to encourage more foliage, you have to remove the apical bud at the top of the stem. Master Uran said that I was once held back by my spirit duffer problem. That is until I found a way to clip it off the top.
And then?
And then I blossomed into a healthy vegetable with lush and verdant foliage. Of course! It might sound like I'm going off topic, but I was just trying to say that I've discovered some traces of spiritual energy. Yeah, they're weak and very, very faint. An ordinary shaman might have walked right by without noticing a thing. But I'm no ordinary shaman anymore. Thanks to Master Uran. I've grown into a plant to be proud of.
Layla! Can you please drop the vegetable metaphors and focus on the matter at hand? You'll have plenty of time to think about stems and buds after we solve this mystery.
Yes, of course. Just as Master Gramps said, the afflicted actor conversed with some kind of presence here. I'm going to use my clairvoyance and try to follow these faint traces of spiritual energy. It might be possible to glimpse the presence's true form. But first I need to prepare something very important.
What are you doing?
There we go! What sharp eyes you have. Master Gramps. These are indeed carrots, and this is a carrot ring, but they're not for eating. This is a medium of divination that will help with clairvoyance. In my tribe, everyone has their own unique method of divination. Some use graffiti, others use smoke or water. I use vegetables.
Well, that's novel. But does it actually work?
Master once told me, do not underestimate the humble vegetable. It is the eyes and ears of the earth. Born of the soil, gifted with its spirit and blood, it bears the symbols and memories of the land. Every time you eat vegetables, it's like suckling at the teat of Mother Taivat, sharing in the histories and mysteries passed down through generations. That's why we eat vegetables and not grass or leaves.
Paimon's never eating another vegetable as long as she lives. She'd rather eat slimes.
That's a pity. Paimon, you could have a chance to grow your wisdom.
Please just continue with whatever you're doing, Layla. Paimon won't say anything ever again.
Feel free to speak your mind, Master Paimon. Thank you for allowing me to share my knowledge with you both.
Can you please just start already?
Of course! Here, Paimon, and you too, Master Gramps. Put your hands on my shoulders. It will help you see.
Is this safe?
I've gleaned from the spiritual traces that the hidden presence is neither powerful nor violent. So yes, I think it's quite safe. Alright, let's get started. Carrot ring, oh carrot ring, make visible these unseen things. Show me, where is their grave? Carrot ring, oh carrot ring, make visible these unseen things. Show me, where did they fall? Please allow me to see. How did things turn out this way? Oh man, my head hurts.
You okay, Layla?
I'm fine, but I'm afraid I've reached my limit. Did you see that? Truly remarkable, I dare say.
It was like a dream.
All I know is that the Asha on the swing is probably the spirit you're looking for, although I'm not sure how it gained the ability to hide itself. Moreover, the spiritual energy traces belong to more than just one Asha, which lines up with what we saw. There must be several of them nearby. It's hard to say, but it's likely the actor started to lose control of himself because he was affected in some way by the Asha's departure.
If we can track down those Asha, we should at least be able to calm him down. So that's how it is. Vegetables aside, it looks like you've learned some real skills, Layla.
I have to work hard not to tarnish Master's good name. I too am more concerned about what we saw afterwards. The fabric those Asha were gathered around. It looked a lot like the woven scrolls we use in the Masters of the Night Wind. And that mysterious place that appeared later along with the strange figure standing in the carrot ring. It all felt very familiar somehow, but I'm not sure why.
That's okay. We can think about that stuff later. For now, we have leads that could help that Tenoya Lotsen guy.
Right. But, Paimon Master Gramps, I think I'll excuse myself from that.
Huh? Why?
The truth is, I feel a little uneasy.
Didn't you just say you've grown into a vegetable Uron could be proud of?
Indeed. But even the carrots are whispering warnings. When the field is filled with crops, Frost will come to claim them. The great Shaman Seatlolly instructed me to come to Tenochtzitoc to relax, but she also told me to let her know if things started to get strange.
Seatlolly sent you here? Aren't you on vacation?
Whether this is a vacation or not depends entirely on the whims of the aforementioned Frost. Right now, all I want to do is rush back to Master's greenhouse.
Okay, you're starting to make Paimon feel nervous now.
Fear not, Paimon. The tallest vegetables are always the first to fall to frost. You should be safe for a while. Oh, and speaking of vegetables, you can keep these carrots. Now that the divination's over, they've turned into spirit mediums for the Asha. Just sprinkle some of their juice into your eyes and you'll be able to see the invisible Asha. That should help you track them down. I should be the one thanking you. It's an honor to be able to help you out, Master Gramps. I'll be going now, so take care and good luck in your search.
And there he goes. Do you think he was overreacting? Huh? Paimon feels a little better. Hearing you say that, let's go back to the hut and check on our guy. Paimon hopes what we learned about the Asha will come in handy.
The second to come forward and embrace Tenochtitocin was the brave Menelek.
That's right. The third was the cunning Sanhaj Kumpore, and the fourth was the young Burkina, and the fifth was Sunjata. Papar, what do you want to do? You can't go looking for them now. They've been gone for hundreds of years.
The sixth to go with Tenochtitocin was the nemesis from his youth, the giant Tupac.
How am I supposed to explain to your mother how you ended up like this?
Whoa! He's awake!
You're back! Don't worry, he's just reciting lines again. The witch doctor's sedatives are very effective. His erratic behavior earlier was probably due to something agitating him.
That's a relief! Anyway, Pooch Lily found the Shyman and he told us what to do.
So it was all because of the Asha. Well, that's a surprise, but knowing that should make things easier.
Easier? How? The resort's huge! How are we supposed to track down a bunch of invisible Asha?
I'll handle that. I'll get my staff to investigate the supernatural occurrences around the resort. Things like empty swings moving on their own. That way, we might just find our invisible Asha.
Sounds like a plan!
Given our lack of knowledge on the Asha, this is our only choice right now.
Yeah, those Asha are really strange. They look like Mani too, but their colors are way more vibrant and they seem to be smarter.
That's one way of looking at it, but it might be more helpful to think of them as having a soul. In Tenochtitoc culture, the word Asha has two meanings, one of which roughly translates to benevolent soul. Many believe that Asha are Manitou with a soul, and that's why they're smarter and more approachable.
Ooh, Paimon gets it. So what's the other meaning? Paimon bets it's got something to do with the spirit of summertime that embodies this resort.
That's not a bad guess, but the second meaning is actually something closer to ashes.
Ashes?
Yes, ashes blown over from the Mare Jivari. You may not know this, but there's a vast tract of land to the west of Tenochtitoc that was once the Mare Jivari. It is a place of sorrow, born from the abyssal invasion. Warriors were reduced to dust, their souls imprisoned and bound to the land. That is, until the whole Mare Jivari mysteriously vanished about 20 years ago. It was around that time that the Asha first appeared. Naturally, people made the connection to the Mare Jivari.
No wonder they're so willing to approach the people of Natlan. They're all caught up in the legend of the Mare Jivari. AI King! Paimon just thought of something! When Layla showed us that strange place just now, it looked like the place we went to search for Bennett before. You don't think...
There I go, getting sidetracked. I'm going to focus on Papar first. Give me a day, and I'll round up all the locations where the invisible Asha might show up. I plan to let him stay here for now. He might get unnecessarily stimulated if he leaves this familiar environment. The resort has also designated this a restricted area, so rest assured that no tourists will accidentally come wandering by.
That's good. Bobber attacked us, but we won't hold it against him. We'll find a way to cure him for sure.
And so Tenochtitocin gathered allies from the 6 great tribes. Glittering like the flames of roaring wildfire, they crashed into the mountains of darkness.
Stay strong, Papar. Even in your imaginary quest to be a hero.
Thanks for coming on this adventure with me, traveler. Sunny islands, crackling bonfires, exciting attractions, carefree parties. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was all a dream. But knowing it was all real, I'm starting to feel emotional again. This must be true happiness, huh? Not only did I finally meet the people dearest to me, but together with my closest friends, I spent a summer I wish could have lasted forever. I really am the luckiest person in the world. I picked out gifts for my dads and everyone back in Mondstadt. I was convinced my bag would be big enough, but I ended up having to buy another one just to squeeze everything in. I also picked up a bottle of concentrated honeydew. When I get back, I'm planning to ask Diona to create a dandelion-flavored drink for Professor Venti with it. Wait a sec, Diona. Oh no, what about Giraffe? How could I have forgotten Giraffe? Guess I'll be making another trip to the market then. Oh, those guys. To tell you the truth, I was really worried when Mr. Aoife first asked for my help. As I told him, I could never hope to pull off Mona's whole hydromancy thing, and I'd no doubt cause trouble if I even tried. But then he said, as long as you can wave a stick around, we're good, bro. And told me he'd handle the rest. I heard things got really lively afterwards. I'm happy for them. And for Kukuku, too. Safe travels to you, too. I'll be looking forward to the day we bump into each other again on another adventure.
It's about time! Let's go to the reception and find Poochly.
Ah, you're both here.
Hey, Poochly. Any news?
Surprisingly, no. Although I did come across some suspicious information. It dates back to when we were planning the construction of Easy Breeze Holiday Resort. Workers near the Tenochtitlan huts often complained that their materials had gone missing. The missing materials were soon found in the wilderness nearby, but no one ever admitted to moving them. There were also rumors of workers being frightened by water rippling when there was no wind, or wild beasts being spooked for unknown reasons, all around the same area.
Well, that sounds just like the work of Invisible Usha. But why'd they only show up in one area?
I also found it strange. Maybe there's something special near the huts? Let me mark the location on your map. In the meantime, I'll head to the huts to check on my staff.
According to Poochly, the hidden Asha should be somewhere around here. Guess that means it's time to use Layla's magic carrots, right? Let's give it a try! That smells fresh and yummy. Hey! Hey, look! There's an Asha right there, on the lake. Whoa! Paimon can't believe those carrots actually worked. Let's code the invisible Asha in paint! That way others will be able to see it. It looks really happy. Is it playing hide and seek with us? Let's see if there's anything else nearby. Halt you! Hey, this is easier than Paimon thought. Hey! Don't run away! Ah! Monsters!
Solidify!
Watch out!
Right now, right here, right now.
Yeah, this may hurt a little.
Gather!
Emerge, right now, right here.
Looks like this is the last one nearby. They seem to like us a lot, huh? They're not scared at all. Time to head back to the huts.
Huh? Eye King? Paimon?
Seat Lolly, what are you doing here?
I'm just as surprised as you two. But it's a welcome surprise.
Were you also invited to the resort to kick back and relax?
Keen, if I wanted an easy breezy day, I'd have just stayed in bed.
Are you just acting cute?
Sharp as always. Hey! Layla told me everything he saw. Everything points towards the Mare Jivari.
So it's really the Mare Jivari? But didn't it, disappear?
If it had really disappeared, then it shouldn't be possible to perceive it in any way. I suspect that it was hidden by some kind of power, which would explain why Layla could see it. But enough of that. I'm not here for the Mare Jivari either. My main target's the person who showed up in Layla's clairvoyance.
Oh! So you know who they are then, Seat Lolly.
Do you remember that time we helped Layla get his spirit back? The whole time he was being tricked by that Kokuchu guy. If I'm not mistaken, it was he that Layla saw during his ritual. So I looked into this guy and found out he once escaped from Kinich while using the name Sanka. It turns out he's one slippery rat. Kinich even told me you've crossed paths with him before.
You've crossed paths? Wait, there's no way! It's Joe!
Joe! Is that his real name?
Whatever he's called, he's a clerk who works for the Abyss Order. He's great at lying and great at slipping away. Are you here to catch him, Seat Lolly?
So he's an Abyss Order goon. Well, we can't let him get away now, can we? That rat. He should know you don't mess with an old lady's pride yet. That lousy fiend took me for a fool. Just you wait, Granny Eatsley's going to make you regret the day you were born.
Mom! Hey, Seat Lolly. Is everything okay? You're making a really scary face.
Do you still have the stuff I left with you last time?
Stuff? Maybe we should take a look.
All right. It's still in good condition. Now the other one. Well, that's a relief. I was worried Joe might have swiped them from you.
That great big liar wouldn't dare show his face around us.
Anyway, be careful. He's lurking somewhere nearby.
He is? How can you be so sure?
He may have gotten away from us last time, but I made sure to leave a mark on him. That way I can track the rat no matter what hole he decides to crawl into. As long as he's nearby, I'll be able to sense him. I had a vague sense of where he was from the moment I set foot in the resort. I never expected to bump into you two while tracking him, though. Yes? Unfortunately, the mark only gives me a rough guide to where he is. Otherwise, I'd have caught him already. We should work together. King? I get a sense that Joe might have something to do with that employee's strange behavior.
Awesome! Let's see, Wally here. There's nothing to fear. Find anything you like?
We're good friends, Papar. Our mothers are good friends, too. We promised to build this resort together. How am I supposed to face them with you like this? If your mother gets ticked off, she'll get my mother ticked off, and then I'll be in the firing line. If that happens, you better believe I'm gonna make it your problem as well. So, for the sake of our mothers, could you at least answer me, and let me know you're listening?
As Tenoya Lotson gazed upon the vast burning plains, a turbid black tide welled up on the horizon.
Alright, I guess I should tell you how our fathers are faring.
Hold on.
You're awake?
It's that old lady.
Papar, what is it? What old lady?
Silence. Hold him off outside. If you get any closer, the next time you'll be seeing our mothers is from the inside of a coffin.
Mr. Poochly, we're here! Wait, What's going on? You look terrified. We better go check on him.
So this is that out-of-sorts employee? Hey you, clothes off!
Are you sure?
He's definitely not one of the resort staff. Last chance. Get rid of that disguise, or I'll make you wish you did. Hold on, something's not right. Are you kidding me? He got away!
Whoa! What's going on? Was Tenochtitoc's hollow on the inside?
No, there was someone in this costume, all right. But it looks like they slipped away just before we got here. Oh, darn it. It must have been in Joe. I can sense the aura of my mark on him.
Wait, so the Tenochtitoc's we met just now was in Joe in disguise? How long has he been playing us along?
Wait, if that's not Papar, then where's Papar? Oh, Archons, I deserve the scolding our mothers are gonna give me.
I can't believe Joe tricked us again! We have to catch him!
Hi, King. It seems he fled in a hurry. My arrival probably threw him off, which means he might have abandoned some things around the camp.
Then let's get searching for clues!
Tat old hag. She's even more of a nuisance than I am. Guess I'll just have to wait and see how things pan out.
He might have left some things around his camp in his hurry to leave. Let's take a look around.
We found 3 reports! And they're all incredible!
And Joe failed to uncover the mystery of the Mare Jivari's disappearance, which is good news for us. But his hypothesis is a little hard to believe. Woo! It seems like Joe memorized our map after he snuck a peek at it. This is his redrawing of it. Judging by the markings, he must have found his destination.
May! So why didn't he do anything? He just wasted his time out here putting on a show.
Given the cunning he's displayed so far, I doubt he did so without purpose. His act must have been necessary for him to break through certain obstacles. Of all the abyssal monsters that attacked Natlan 500 years ago, Bakunawa was the most terrifying. It was said to have devoured entire villages of tribespeople and could not be killed. Even when it was beheaded, or had its body chopped into pieces, the remains would somehow continue to grow, seeking each other out, and eventually forming a new, revitalized Bakunawa.
What in the... How was it finally defeated then?
Through Tenoch's sacrifice. He let Sanhaj perform phlogiston engraving on his body in order to unleash the power of border spells. Then Tenoch allowed himself to be eaten by the beast. With Tenoch's body as the ritual offering, Sanhaj summoned a miniature Night Kingdom inside Bakunawa's belly. The clash between the powers of the Abyss, the Lord of the Night, and Tenoch's spirit in Bakunawa's body led to a violent explosion that shattered the monster into innumerable pieces. Yet even so, some believe it never truly died. and that its rebirth was merely suppressed by the chaotic energies unleashed in the blast. If the right conditions are met, the beast's remains could potentially still grow into a new Bakunawa once more.
Now that we've read all 3 reports, what should we do next?
Good idea! It looks like we're pretty close. We just have to figure out what the Abyss Order is up to. Let's head out!
These rocks look a bit odd. Maybe they're hiding something?
Right!
I knew it! Looks like we've reached the end. What's this? It looks familiar.
That's a mystic arts implement from the Masters of the Nightwind. But how did it end up here?
Paimon thinks we've seen those around. It can transport us to other places, right?
That's correct. Our tribespeople use them to transport themselves to the Chamber of Weaving or the sacrificial altar of enigmatic land. But this one doesn't lead to either of those places, evidently.
Where do you think it goes?
The only people who would know where it leads are the spellcaster and anyone else who's used it. Unfortunately, it looks like this implement's too old to work.
Too old?
So old that its spirit has long since dissipated. I doubt that Joe Brat could have found a way around this either.
Is there any way to, replenish its spirit? To make it work again?
There is a way. But every spellcaster is like a different lock, each needing their own key to open. I'll have to figure out the structure of this implement's lock before we can get it up and running again.
Just like that? Wow. See, Lolly, you're amazing.
Obviously. Look up my name in the Nightwind dictionary, and you'll find 3 words the real Shadil.
Shadil? That doesn't sound like a real word to Paimon.
Of course it is. It means a shaman who's the real deal. A culty sham.
Shaman whose skills you cultivated?
Oh, a shaman who cultivates vegetables.
You didn't write this dictionary yourself, did you, see, Lolly?
That's enough jokes for now. Just give me a moment to look at. Wait, who goes there?
We were followed? Whoever you are, come out with your hands up. Help! Oh, it's just some Asha. You scared Paimon half to death. She thought it was that awful Injo guy.
Odd. Why are there Asha following us?
Maybe they like us? Hooch Lee told us that Asha are the benevolent souls of the Mare Jivari. They're friendly sorts.
You mean how benevolent soul is one of the ways to interpret the word Asha? I've heard that said before, but it doesn't solve the mystery of why they followed us all the way here. Hold on, I think I've got it. Maybe they're not just being friendly.
What else could it be?
Maybe they're after something we're carrying. If they're the benevolent souls of the Mare Jivari, it'd make perfect sense for them to be drawn to it. Do the honors, I King.
Sanhaj's relic? Oh wow, the Asha are really happy. They must have seen Seat Lolly take it out just now and followed us ever since.
A reunion after all these years.
Wow! What are they doing?
The implement. It's active again. But how? It seems the Asha were the key we needed for the lock. We might not know who left this implement behind. But the place it points to must have something to do with the Mare Jivari.
Should we go and take a look around?
Only if you're both ready. We can't wait too long. That brat from the Abyss Order is going to catch up to us sooner or later.
Paimon's a little worried about this one. But okay, let's go! Where in the world are we?
I was unaware that such a place exists in Natlan.
Paimon can't believe even Seat Lolly doesn't know where we are.
Blast. My connection to the Wayab's been severed.
What does that mean?
It means we're probably not in Natlan anymore.
Huh? How? We were in the resort just a few seconds ago.
I'd explain it if I could. Even though I can't sense the Wayab anymore, I can still sense the Night Kingdom's presence. This doesn't make sense. Better than standing around and gawking. Let's move, but be careful.
That's weird. There should be a weapon here, right?
There are words carved on the back of this stone. It belonged to Sanhaj?
This was Sanhaj's weapon. Where did it go? Ah! Could it be? Let's put it there and see if it does anything. Look! The seat in the center! It's glowing! King, do you want to try sitting on it?
King! Paimon! Where are you? King disappeared after. He sat on the pedestal. Did he get transported somewhere else? It's too dangerous. I've got to follow him. Wait, no way. I'm the only one who knows what's happened. I can't just rush in after them. The Zitzi needle can't stray too far from me either. If we all get trapped inside, we're dead meat. But I can't just walk away. That Abyss Order rat could show up at any moment. I can't let him threaten King and Paimon. This is bad. I have to find a way to inform Mavuika, or at least leave a message that can be passed on to her.
Oh my, I'm sorry to be a bother, but may I ask if this is the Hotel of the Sacred Flame? What stylish chairs it has?
It rains, it pours.
Oh my, could it be? The fearsome Granny Eatsley, the one who's been chasing me everywhere. When did you get into the customer service industry?
Bissell Rat! Still running that rodent mouth of yours. Is this another one of your schemes?
I admit that I can be somewhat loquacious, and I adore a good scheme as much as the next abyssal rat. But this is my first time visiting this tawdry establishment. I thought I'd be able to reach the Mare Jivari through that woven scroll. Who would have thought it would take me here? I guess this is what people mean when they say it's a small world. Oh my! I must be disturbing you during your shift, Granny Eatsley. I shall take my leave.
See yourself out.
Why? You're really letting a perfectly good customer go. Won't this look bad for your key performance indicators?
Granny doesn't have the time to entertain you right now, so please get your sorry hind out of my sight.
Of course. I don't suppose this has anything to do with King's mysterious absence? We're old friends, you know me and him. I just thought I should say hello seeing as I'm here. Or perhaps I could draw your attention to his familiar scent left behind on that chair over there. Might I investigate?
Wow, Scent! Guess I was wrong about you. Rather than a rat, you appear to be King's abyssal nut.
Why, I am most offended. Such vitriol, from the mouth of a dear old lady no less.
You mistake me. I'm just so touched that a little lost dog would travel 1,000 miles to reunite with its master. It's enough to move Granny to tears. Well, then eats Papa, let the mangy dog perform his trick. Well, you have been taught how to sit surely? Or do you need a treat to coax it out of you?
I must admit, as a representative of the Abyss Order, I am slightly perturbed by your sudden change in attitude, Granny.
So not a dog, but a scaredy cat instead? The Abyss Order can't possibly be full of cowards like you. No wonder they're stuck wallowing in mediocrity.
Think not of my incompetence as something all my colleagues possess. I am, as you first said, merely a rat subject to the mockeries of others. Being cautious is how a rat survives, no? So just to be sure that I'm not about to walk into a trap, how about we make a deal, Granny? Hapar, the employee who was role-playing a hero, is currently safe. Might I exchange him for safe passage to the Mare Jivari? As long as I can reach the mare unhindered, I can guarantee that Papar will return to his friend and all will be well. What do you think, dear Granny?
What exactly do you want to do in the Mare Jivari?
The elderly should know better than to hover over the shoulders of the youth, prying into all their personal secrets.
Teened. Such flowery speech. It's a pity I can't be bothered to commit it to memory. However, you do best to remember every word I'm about to say.
That seems a little unfair.
Isn't it the duty of a grandson to listen to their granny? Keep those ears peeled lest I peel them off your head. The throne behind me leads to a place none of us knows about. If you want to go there, you'd best become as compliant as a docile capybara. No vandalism, no hurting the flora. Find King and Paimon and ensure their safety.
Understood. I swear on King's name to do as you say.
You young people are always so keen on swearing oaths. As for an old-timer like me, I prefer a safer approach. I just need you to cooperate for a moment.
What do you mean by cooperate?
Hush, hush, my ratty little grandson. This won't take long. It's Papa, hold him down.
Where the heck are we? We just touched that stone thing and whoosh, now we're here. And Seat Lolly's nowhere to be seen. Seat Lolly said she could sense the Night Kingdom's presence just now. Maybe this is why. But why are there traces of the Abyss here? Didn't we get rid of them already? It looks like Natlan, but it's not Natlan. It looks like the Night Kingdom, but there's no way out connection and the Abyss is still around. Whoa! Paimon's getting scared! What is it? Huh? Are you talking about that mini Night Kingdom he summoned? Wouldn't that mean the Mare Jivari is right in front of us? Then let's be careful.
Stabilize.
Right here. Emerge. Ah! The show begins!
Gather. Solidify!
Right now. Emerge. Right here.
Gather!
Right here.
Stabilize!
These floaty little guys, they won't jump us out of nowhere, will they?
The show begins!
Where are we? Whoa! Paimon thinks she heard a terrifying roar. This must be the Mare Jivari. Paimon can't believe we're really here. This makes us true legends among adventurers.
Wait.
Huh? Is Paimon hearing things, or is someone calling us?
I came. Paimon.
Hey! Someone's calling for us. It sounds like...
I found you at last.
Injo!
It's me, Seat Lolly.
Seat Lolly?
Ahem. Well, long time no see, I, King and Paimon. I have to admit this isn't what I thought our reunion would look like.
He's gone back to being Injo again?
Hearing the voice of that old hag come out of my youthful mouth is beyond mortifying.
Shut up before I make you. I'm fine. My body's back in the main hall, but I used a spell to attach a part of my spirit to this fool's body. This way I can put him to good use.
Wow! Seat Lolly's amazing. Paimon can't believe she can actually control Injo's body.
Don't let her fool you. She's not that powerful. I'm only letting her do this because I cut a deal with her.
A deal? So you sold your own body?
In a partial, temporary, and limited transaction.
And that allows me to ensure your safety and keep him from threatening us. Anyway, I'm glad you're safe, both of you. Here, this is Sanhaj's ritual sword. The Calamity of Ishu. I borrowed it from the chief before I set off from the Masters of the Night Wind. Since we don't know much about this area you're in, it's probably best to keep it close at hand, just in case.
Whoa! So this is what he used to summon the Night Kingdom.
What a rare and precious treasure. I don't suppose it'd be a problem if I just touched it for a moment?
In your dreams! We're holding on to this.
So stingy. Don't you know that I was the one who found the relics used by Sanhaj to open up his passages? I didn't kick up a fuss when they fell neatly into your hands, did I? You could learn a thing or two from someone with my magnanimity, Paimon.
King Paimon really wants to give this guy a good slap, but she doesn't want to accidentally end up hitting Seat Lolly.
Slap away. It won't hurt me.
Well, excuse me. I'm just a clerk. I've never hurt a soul. Is the crime of my wanting to come here and have a look around really deserving of such unjust violence?
He's not wrong. Papar wasn't hurt. I checked.
But we were trapped. He hurt our feelings.
I fully sympathize, Paimon, I do. But as you can see, I now have an old hag bouncing around in my brain. If that isn't punishment enough, then I'm afraid you might as well just kill me. Me too. King. I thought a hero of your acclaim would say something in my defense, but here you stand poised to strike me down with a cold blade.
Well said.
Let's stop talking about this. Present circumstances dictate that we should be trying to work together.
Mind Paimon, since when were we ever a team?
This is the Mare Jivari. It's not like we have a choice. We've been in the same boat since the very start, and our enemies are the metaphorical sea and its storms. You all saw that scary creature just now, right? Although it was also my first time laying eyes on it, my wealth of wisdom tells me that it was likely Bakunawa's permeation. If we don't deal with it, it'll eat us. If it eats us, it'll get stronger. If it gets stronger, it'll escape into Natlan and continue eating until there's nothing left.
Bakunawa! That's the monster that Tenoch and the 6 heroes of ancient Natlan fought against. Wait, didn't they defeat it?
Ha! You wish. The worst part about the beast is that it has even stronger immortality than the rest of Gold's creations. Its permeation is no simple humus or chalk. The power contained within it was something that even Gold and the Abyss Order couldn't harness. A power that can corrupt even the passage of time.
Venti also mentioned something about the contamination of time in the Mare Jivari. So this monster's the one behind it?
We did encounter our fair share of obstacles on the way here. Maybe because people were trying to keep Bakunawa from escaping through the seals. Is that why the mare disappeared?
Wait! We didn't break the seals by coming here, did we?
Let's just assume that we're in a different time from Bakunawa for now.
Then how are we gonna get home?
Our path is clear, Paimon. If the problem lies in Bakunawa's permeation, then in the name of the Abyss Order, we must slay the beast.
Why are you acting like a good guy all of a sudden? Pick a side and stick to it, will you?
Perhaps if you were more well-read, you would understand. The New Tide Anthology states that principles are defined by their flexibility. Flexible principles are to be in principle flexible. In any case, the time has come for us to fight.
This guy's way too big!
Solidify!
I see everything!
Well done, King! You've mastered the power of the Calamity of Eshu.
Emerge. Right now.
Stabilize!
King, quick! We can climb onto Bakunawa's head from over there. Once up there, we can attack his weak spot.
Wow! She probably opened the passage for us.
I did that, not her. You hear me?
Like that.
Hey! May I present?
Solidify!
I can do it again. Use this passage.
I wanted to shout the same thing.
Shout next time. One last time. Let's finish off Bakunawa.
You said you'd let me shout the line this time. Stop stealing my thunder, you old hag.
Did we win?
I knew it. No matter how powerful a beast Bakunawa was, it would always fall short of the might of I King, and I and Joe supporting him from the rear.
Supporting? Paimon's foot. You didn't do anything. Did we get rid of it? Woohoo! We're awesome! That's the biggest bad guy we've ever taken down!
Thanks. Judging by the potency of the energy we just dealt with, that may only have been one piece of Bakunawa's body. But even if it's only one of many, I'm sure it will have left something useful behind. Let's see.
Stop right there.
You hurt her and Joe? Stay put?
What's this now? Are your companions not, but arrows in your quiver fit only to be strung, shot, and then abandoned? I King, remind me, who was it? Who dealt the crucial blow to Bakunawa just now, Is this how you treat the backbone of your team?
Backbone. Keep dreaming.
All that is unknown etches itself into the desires of my soul. The corpse of Bakunawa may be laden with ancient treasures it once devoured. Surely such artifacts would be priceless.
Try harder. You've been hunting for clues about the Mare Jivari since I King's arrival in Natlan. There's no way your end goal is something so vague.
You can't lie your way out of this one, Joe. What secrets are you hiding? We're not giving up until you spill the beans.
Why? Why, I'm not lying at all. But since you insist, I'll grace you with a story. Many years ago, there existed a kingdom in a broken land. The king was wise and powerful. He loved his people and was beloved by them. Later, when a powerful enemy attacked the kingdom, the king sacrificed his life to save it. Upon his death, his most steadfast follower succeeded him. Yet evil still lurked in the shadows, its creeping corruption poisoning the new king. Once more, the kingdom was plunged into torment. Civil war broke out across the kingdom, splitting it into factions. The wicked king was slain and his people were exiled from the land. These exiles split into two different groups. One chose to accept their exile and abandon their homeland forever. The other group refused to leave until they were allowed to settle down elsewhere, albeit in the most barren and remote part of their nation. They lived in neglect for millennia, until darkness returned once more. The kingdom was still divided, and these exiles were the first to raise their weapons. Although they were destitute, not a single one of them retreated or fled. With the same stubborn spirit that bade them never abandon their homeland all those years ago, they fought and died until at last only one remained.
You're not going to tell us that survivor was you?
It seems like eating too many slimes really can make someone a dullard.
Paimon was just guessing? Where'd you get off being so mean?
In any case, that man's name was Tenoch, and the lost settlement was known as Tenochtzitoc. Its people were warriors who wielded the power of Anemo. Some people named the place where their bones were buried the Windless Land, while their brothers and sisters who 500 years before departed from their homeland headed to the true land of wind, there, they were known by another name, the Maratons. However, that's a story for another day.
Really? Is he lying again, Seed Lolly?
Don't shout so loudly or you'll kill off all dear Eye King's brain cells. As for your beloved Granny Eatsley, she can no longer respond to you.
What did you do to her?
Nothing of consequence, I merely drove her away. Stories all have a purpose, and I thank you for taking the time to listen to this one, as it has allowed me to familiarize myself with some of Bakunawa's powers. From now on, that old hag shan't be bothering us anymore.
You sneaky, lying, scheming, evil, abyssal rat!
Flexible principles, Paimon flexible principles. See, that is where your problem lies. You never listen to what others have to say. My king, I have seen the glory of Vindagner perish buried beneath the snow. I have witnessed the Sun Children dancing in their whitenite and beheld the magnificence of Grabad submerged in the sea of sand. I have touched the vessels of flesh and blood in the Moshiri ceremonial site, the broken colossi of Remuria, and brushed my fingers across the soiled colors of the murals in the Vokub Kakish Tower. I know how Mondstadt's old aristocracy was overthrown, how the people of Liyue began the great migration of the Gwaili Assembly, and how the loyalists of Orobashi fought against the disciples of Narukami. I even know how the people of Tenochtzitoc perished in battle, and how the Maratons left for a distant land. But none of these places in my memory belong to me. They are like shooting stars, merely flitting across my sky with a spark, then fading away into nothing. My king, Paimon. I serve the Abyss Order, but the Order is not my home. What about you two? Where is your home? Ah, so you cannot answer that. Or perhaps you do not wish to answer. Very well. I will be heading deeper to continue my investigation. Maybe we shall never see each other again. But know this, Eye King. Without the power of Bakunawa, you will never be able to enter the true Mare Jivari. Allow me to leave you a final parting gift.
What? Is this?
This is the flower that blooms in flames. Until the day that the fires turn me into ashes, you shall see the glowing embers of this flower shining through the dark smoke.
Hey, you're Calden Joe, right? If you find any secrets, remember to come back and tell us. Or at least give us your name. Your real name?
Granny Eatsley? Why, I swore I had driven you away.
Me by the likes of you? Granny just wanted to see if you had any other parlor tricks up your sleeves.
Heh, so that's how it is. Granny will always be Granny. I apologize for my hubris. If that day does come, I promise I will. And with that, I bid you farewell, you monuments on my journey. Until we meet again. If there truly is a homeland I have forgotten, could it be within this realm of smoldering, shattered time?
You're back. Are you both all right? That's a relief. I couldn't see what Injo was up to. Chun readable to the very end. Now that I think about it, when Injo was hiding inside Tenoyalotsin, I don't think he was able to enter this place. But he knew you would come, and he planned to use you. Naturally, he was certain you would somehow find a way.
But he didn't bet on Seat Lolly showing up, which threw a wrench into his works. We always knew this guy wasn't like the other Abyss Order goons. But Paimon never thought he'd have so many secrets, and asking him for answers only left us with more questions. Just like this place.
I'll check with Mavuika. I have a feeling she'll know something about this place. I let Citlaline scout the area, and it found a stone tablet behind the temple. It just so happens there were some names written on it.
Names?
Some of them have been eroded beyond recognition, while others are barely legible. They are the names of the former Pyro Archons.
Huh?
I have an inkling this place may have been put together by the Pyro Archons 500 years ago. They must have made it to deal with, or at least temporarily contain Bakunawa. But the exact methods they used are still a mystery. Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you don't tell anyone else about this. For now, at least.
Then, can we keep looking around this place?
Of course, but you shouldn't stray too deep. Especially you, Eye King. Got that? The spirit trace I left on Injo seems to have been consumed by a strange power. Whatever's wrong with the Mare Jivari, we're definitely not equipped to handle it right now. There is some time to look into all this. Of course, if I learn anything useful, you'll be the first to hear about it. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Papar! He's fine. Injo told me that he previously disguised himself as a tourist and adopted the name Hain. He then approached Papar and the two of them really hit it off. In the end, Injo fed Papar enough Wi-Fi mead to knock out a Tatankasaurus. He's probably still snoozing it off in a corner of Tete Isle somewhere.
Classic Injo.
I should really be heading home. For a senior citizen like myself, this excursion has been a headache and a half. I didn't ask for anyone's thanks. Ahem! But well, if you really want to express your gratitude, remember to come and visit your granny more often, okay?
Splendid! More interesting trinkets for me.